Hey, imagine this a boy sitting in a corner of the village named Konoha. Everybody walked past him. Nobody even cared. Everybody acted that like he never existed. That guy was named Naruto. Yes, that super duper famous Naruto Uzumaki. And there is another boy, and that's in reality. There is an island called Madeira. He's away from his village, his home. In a place, a guy is standing in the middle of rain, windy chill. In England, that guy, he is the person with the most followers on Instagram, Cristiano Ronaldo. Both have different fandom. Both are different characters. Both have different worlds, different existence. But when you put their stories side by side together, then you will know it that it's the same kind of story, but it is written as two different characters. And in the end of this video, you might find your story in this story. You can relate to it. If you heard it, you would be like, what is this? A fictional ninja character. And his comparison is with a real life footballer. How is that possible? Just stop, listen to me. Have you ever wondered, or have you ever thought it through, that Naruto Uzumaki wanted to become Hokage? That was not due to power. He wanted to become Hokage because he wanted only one thing, and that was recognition. He wanted the person to see him, not to treat him as invisible. Not anybody can ignore him. So that's why he wanted to become famous, to become Hokage. And on the second page, if you study about Ronaldo, his early life, if you learn about his sporting, Lipson's academy records, his coach's interviews, then you will get a pattern. And that is exactly the same. It's not a coincidence, is it? It's a psychological pattern that is developed in every underestimated child. And in this video, I will decode that pattern. There was a demon, I call it demon, or everybody know that Ninetale Fox was still inside Naruto when he was born. It was very simple that whole village treated him as a monster, not as a human being. He was treated as like a threat, a disaster to the village. Nobody even played with him from his childhood. Everybody ignored him because everybody knew that there was a monster inside him. So everybody avoided him. Nobody given him food. Nobody ever wanted their child to play with him. There was a scene every anime fans might have related to it. A lone boy sitting on swing, and he's seeing other children playing with their parents. Think about it, how he felt in that situation. Everybody ignored him, but he sees that everybody has their parents. They are happy, they are playing with their parents, and he was alone sitting on a swing. That scene hit very hard. He doesn't speak much. He just watch. And that silence, that empty swing, that was the most painful frame in anime history. Because every person, everybody has once gone through that feeling. Everybody had felt that feeling of invisibility, that people ignore you due to some accident or due to your background. Or there might be any reasons, but everybody has once felt that feeling. It might be due to breakup or anything, your parents, your life, job, schooling, anything. And that feeling, that in real world, that was felt by Cristiano Ronaldo when he was in England. When he went to England to join Manchester United, that dude, he was only 18 years old. New country, new language, and the teammates which were already established. Think about it, when you went to a new place, when you asked them to play with you, how would you have felt? Like they're. I'm gonna tell you my story. Think you can relate it. I was transported to a new city. I can say I moved to a new city, and I don't have any friends there, and I was quite good at football, so I went to play with them. But they said we are practicing and we can't play with you. They were treating me like a invisible thing. But when I got to play with them, they were either not passing the ball to me, or they were unintentionally or intentionally avoiding me because they didn't trust me. They were playing in themselves, so I didn't even get a chance to hit the ball. But that dude, he was in a different country. He didn't even know their language. Think about it. what would be his accent. When he would speak, people would laugh at him. And they would make fun of him like this guy who doesn't even know how to speak will play football and become the greatest. And his confidence that he always believed that I'm the best. People will call him that he is arrogant. There was always the mask on Ronaldo's face. So nobody can even see the emptiness in him, that loneliness, that he is alone inside. He always wear a mask of that confidence. Their coaches repeated one thing in every interview, that he comes to the training very early and leaves the training at the last. He was early to come and the last to depart. He practiced free kicks. When everybody departed, he used to practice free kicks. It was not alone dedication. It was a way to talk to himself, to say to everybody that I'm important too. Whether anybody believes or not, I am important. Naruto has his jutsu to prove himself. Ronaldo has his football to prove himself. Different weapon, but the same wound, the same pain. There is a concept in psychology that's called compensatory mastery. When a child feels himself emotionally unseen, then their brain activates the defense mechanism. And that thing says that if people don't want to see me, I'll become so good at that thing that people can't ignore me. That's it. That's their spirit. Remember once again, if people don't want to see you, become so good at everything that people can't ignore you. And this mastery never ends because its root cause is not validation. Its root cause is a wound, that old wound. That's why Naruto never stops his training. That's why Ronaldo, in his 40s, never stops training. He follows his same routine, waking up at 5 a.m., going to gym, despite having many luxuries, becoming billionaire, having billions of fans, having already wins every trophy. Both have achieved everything. They don't have anything to prove anybody. But both of them don't stop because their real motivation was never to win. Their real motivation was to not to become that child, that alone child that nobody wanted to see him, that the child everybody ignores him like he is invisible. It's the most powerful and the most painful identity psychology problem that we become. The people do not become because they want something that they wanted to become. They become because they don't want to go through that same pain throughout. They become so obsessed in proving themselves. They don't know what they wanted. Do your work, don't take tension about your result. That your actions speak louder than your words. This line feels like a motivational poster, but it's actually the truth. People relate themselves towards their result. They establish their identity on their results. People should relate their effort, their dedication, their work. Their work should be the top priority, not their proof. Naruto and Ronaldo, these two have learned their lesson. But they learned their lesson at the end. That's very far. In the early, they started their work because they wanted the world to accept them. They wanted to prove themselves. But as the story moved forward, they both realized that the real peace, the real effort, that when you do your work with your own sheer willpower, your dedication, not to prove anybody, just for yourself, not due to anybody's validation to prove anybody, just for yourself. That's the true happiness, that's the true peace. Everybody in the world has their own opinions. Some believe in Ronaldo, some believe in Messi, some believe in Neymar. As the same goes for animes. Some believe in Naruto, some in One Piece, some are the fans of Eren Yeager. Everybody in the world has their own different opinions. So why should you seek their validation, their opinions? Opinions matters. But the most thing that matter is your actions that depends on yourself. You shouldn't choose your path based on someone else's opinion, someone else's words. Because people love to criticize, they have their own opinion. The most easiest thing is to criticize someone. The most difficult task is to understand someone and forgive them. There is a character in Naruto That's a super famous character. His name is Uchiha Itachi. Means